Hello there, and welcome to Hub Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. Now, in this video, we are looking at the measures of central tendency. And this time around, we are talking about mode. When we say mode, what do we mean? So, simply put, the mode is the value that appears most in a frequency of a data set, right? So, when you look at the frequency table, which value appears most? Which one has the highest occurrence? That is what we call the mode. There are three types of mode, or let me say we are two. For a data set that has only one value occurring most, then we say it is unimodal. For a data set that has two values occurring most, then we say it is bimodal. Then for the last one, a data set that has no mode at all, we say all the values are unique. In this video, I'll be taking you through how to get the mode when you have a raw set of data. Then secondly, how to get the mode when you have a frequency table. Then the most important thing here is I'll be taking you through how to estimate the mode of a group data from a histogram. Because from a histogram, you can get the modal class. Then you can be asked to look for the mode as well. That is for a group data. So let's quickly look into that. So starting with this first examples here, we want to look for the mode of a raw data. Our first question here is we have to find the mode in the data set. In the data set, we have 3, 7, 5. We have all of this, right? So we want the mode. And as we have said, let me say our solution is going to be writing our data set. We said we have 3 and then 7, 5, all of this over here. If you look at them, which one do you see more of? All right. So when we take 3, for instance, we have 1, 2, 3. The 3's appear just thrice. Let's take 7 and then see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 have 4, or 7 appears what 4 times. If we take 5, we have just 1, 2. Which other number is there? We have 2. 2 appears just once. You see? So looking at all the data sets or data points we have over here, 7 is the most occurring number. You see? So you just say, therefore, the mode is what? 7. And that is all, no doubt about that. All right, so it's very, very simple. If you want the mode of just a raw data, look at the number, the data that is most occurring, that has more occurrence, and you are easy to go, right? So if you do understand, then I'm leaving this second one as a trial. You can just try and then let me know at the comment section what the mode is going to be. Remember, we said there is what? Unimodal, bimodal, right? We have unimodal and then bimodal. Bimodal simply means the mode being what? 2 elements. And then unimodal simply means the mode just being what? An element. So that is it for raw data. For this second one here, we want to determine the mode from a frequency table. You see, it is also very straightforward, just as the raw data. So if you want to determine the mode from a frequency data, but frequency table, you first have to locate the highest frequency in the table. So these are 2 frequency tables. I'll do this one, then I'll leave this for you to try. These are our values of X. So we have 10, 20, 30, and then 40. And these are their corresponding frequencies. So it simply means 10 occurred 3 times, 20 occurred 5 times, 30 occurred 5 times, and then 40 also occurred what? 2 times. What are the highest frequency? So the highest frequency here, we have 5 and then 5. You see, those are the highest frequencies. Now, what values do correspond to the highest frequencies? We have 20 and then what? 30. You see, so this simply implies that our mode, the mode for this table is what? The 20 and then 30. And hence, this table is going to be bimodal, right? Because it has 2 mode values. So simply put, if you want to locate the mode from a frequency table, just look at what you have as the highest frequency. You see, so the number that corresponds to the highest frequency is always going to be what? Your mode. And that is just it, right? Okay. So you can try this and then let me know your answer in the comment section as well. Okay, so for the last method of determining our mode, we are looking at what? A histogram. This was one of the histograms we were able to draw in our previous video. If you want guide on how to draw this histogram, then you can look at the playlist and then look at the video that explains that. Now, after drawing this histogram, there could be a question that you want to determine the mode of the data you use to what? Draw this histogram. It is very easy. So to estimate the mode, we need what we call the modal class, right? So to estimate the mode, as I was saying earlier on, we need the modal class. Talking of the class, you see, down here, we have what we call the class intervals, which we explained all of this in our histogram lesson. So from here to here forms an interval. You see, these are groups of data. This is one group. This here is another group. This here is another group. This and this, they are all groups, you see, or classes. So we can determine a modal class. And the definition of mode applies as well. So to determine our modal class, look at all the classes that has the highest frequency. And how do we determine their frequencies? To determine their frequencies, we just look here. So this corresponds to 3, and they all have their correspondence. So as you can see, they all do have their correspondence. But our most important thing is looking at the one with the highest correspondence, right? So looking at the one with the highest correspondence, that is what this class over here. So this here, 59 to 59.5 to 69.5 becomes our modal class, because it is the class with the highest frequency. It becomes our what? Our modal class, because it is the class with the what? The highest frequency. If we have the modal class, we now want the mode itself. We want the mode itself. So after getting the modal class, just by looking at the class with the highest frequency, to get our mode, what we do is we join a line from, let me zoom so that I can really take a look at what I'm doing. So I have identified my modal class. This is my class over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a straight line from the vertex of my modal class, that is here, and join it down here. You see? So from this corner to the corner of its adjacent class, you see? Then I join this one also to this side. All right? After which I now trace. So I'll trace the point of intersection of these two lines downwards. So I'm going to trace this all the way down. And look for its approximated value over here. It's approximate. So after joining the lines and then bringing this down, per your scale you are using, you'll be able to approximate the values over here. Looking at mine, I do realize that it is exactly in the middle. So I'm going to say it is a 64.9, or better still, I can say it is a 65, right? So I'm just putting my 65 over here. And that is going to be my mode, right? That is going to be my what? My mode. Let's quickly go over. To get the mode, the modal class from a histogram, you always look at the class with the highest frequency. Now, if you get a class with the highest frequency, you now want, which is your modal class, you now want the mode in itself, right? So to get the mode itself, as we have explained over here, join a line from the top corner of your modal class to touch where the adjacent cell begins. And you do the same to Nova. So it's something like an X. Then you now trace downwards from the intersection of your two, what do you call it? Your two diagonals, right? And look for the approximated value over here. Now, if it did happen that this was how our data actually was, then look at how the mode is going to be. Nothing will change, right? So just as I said, join this point here down to this, then join this point also all the way here. Then where these 2 points meet, right, this over here, I now trace it downwards. And I look forward my approximate value over here. And that is going to be my mode. Now for mine that I'm using for the illustration, per my calculation, is going to be a 57. So my modal class, if this was my frequency, sorry, my histogram was what is going to be 57. Okay, so this ends our lesson on the mode, right? And in our next lesson, we'll be looking at how to solve for the median. On your screen is a try work. You can try and then test your understanding. Thanks for staying tuned to this very moment, and I do hope that the video helps. If this is your first time on this channel, this is Hub Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. See you in our next video and stay blessed. Bye.